Around 3.3 million years ago, something extraordinary happened in Africa. An early human ancestor picked up a stone and struck it against another. The result was a sharp-edged tool. It was simple, but it changed everything. Among the earliest known tool makers was Homo habilis, the handyman. These early humans used crude stone flakes to cut meat, crack bones, and process plants. For the first time, nature was no longer just endured, it was shaped. Over time came Homo erectus, taller, stronger, more advanced. They crafted more refined tools like hand axes and cleavers. But perhaps their greatest discovery was fire. Fire brought warmth during freezing nights. It kept predators at bay. It allowed food to be cooked, making it safer and easier to digest. Fire extended the day beyond sunset. And with it, human thought expanded. A world of ice and survival. The Paleolithic world was harsh. Ice ages gripped the planet. Massive glaciers covered large parts of the Earth. Temperatures fluctuated wildly. Humans lived as hunter-gatherers. They moved constantly, following migrating animals and seasonal plants. They hunted mammoths. They fished in icy rivers. They gathered berries, roots, and nuts. Among them walked Homo neanderthalensis, powerful, intelligent humans who thrived in cold climates. They crafted sophisticated tools, wore animal skins, and even buried their dead, suggesting spiritual awareness. Eventually, our own species emerged, Homo sapiens. Unlike those before them, Homo sapiens possessed something revolutionary, complex, symbolic thought. They didn't just survive, they imagined. The first artists. Deep inside caves, illuminated by flickering firelight, early humans painted. On stone walls, they drew bison, horses, deer, scenes of hunts, and mysterious symbols. In places like the Lascaux caves in France, these paintings still survive. These were not random marks. They were stories, beliefs, memories. The birth of art marked the birth of culture. Humans were no longer just animals adapting to the environment. They were thinkers, dreamers, storytellers. The Great Journey. Around 60,000 to 70,000 years ago, humans began migrating out of Africa. They crossed deserts. They followed coastlines. They walked across land bridges exposed by lower sea levels. They reached Asia, Europe, Australia. Eventually, the Americas. Humanity spread across the globe, adapting to jungles, tundras, mountains, and islands. This migration reshaped the Earth forever. The end of the Ice Age. Mesolithic Age, the Middle Stone Age. Around 10,000 BCE, the last ice age began to fade. Glaciers melted. Sea levels rose. Forests expanded. With climate change came new challenges and new opportunities. This period, known as the Mesolithic Age, was a time of transition. Stone tools became smaller and more precise, called microliths. Humans fished more efficiently. They built semi-permanent shelters near rivers and lakes. One of the first animals domesticated during this time was the dog, once a wolf, now a companion. For the first time, humans began to stay in one place a little longer. Something was changing. The agricultural revolution. Then came the greatest turning point in early human history. Instead of wandering in search of food, humans began to grow it. Around 8,000 BCE, in various parts of the world, people learned to cultivate crops like wheat and barley. They domesticated sheep, goats, and cattle. This transformation is known as the Neolithic Revolution. It changed everything. No longer bound to constant migration, humans built permanent homes, Villages formed, populations grew, food surpluses allowed specialization. Some farmed, some crafted pottery, some wove cloth, some became spiritual leaders. Civilization was being born. Monuments of stone. As communities grew, so did ambition. In parts of Europe, massive stone structures were erected, mysterious monuments aligned with the sun and stars. One of the most famous is Stonehenge in England. How did they move such enormous stones without modern machinery? We still debate. But what is clear is this: Stone Age humans were far more advanced than we once believed. They understood astronomy. They organized large labor forces. They built with purpose. The dawn of metal. Around 3000 BCE, humans discovered something new: metal. Copper, bronze. Stone tools slowly gave way to stronger materials. The Stone Age ended, but its legacy remained. The age that made us. The Stone Age was not primitive. It was foundational. It gave us language, art, community, religion, agriculture, innovation. It taught us how to adapt, how to create, how to think. For millions of years, humans shaped stone, and in doing so, stone shaped us. Every skyscraper, every book, every nation traces its origins back to a spark struck between two stones in ancient Africa. The Stone Age was not the beginning of history. It was the beginning of humanity.